Okay, so here I'm in my Mac, and nothing really is installed in this Mac yet, except maybe a Google Chrome, which is, I'm assuming, you're going to be able to install all by yourself, so I'm not going to go over that. I'm actually using right now the El Capitan 10.11.6, but your versions may vary, and it's probably not going to matter that much. So the first thing we're going to do is install our Atom editor. We'll open the Chrome browser, and we'll go ahead and go to atom.io. And it will give us the download button, really very straightforward. We'll download the zip file. And once that's done, let's go ahead and open it up in Finder. We'll double click it. It'll go ahead and extract the file for us. And all we'll need to do is drop this file into our applications folder like that. And we're done. We can actually even erase this one. We don't need it anymore. Okay, so let's verify that Atom is working. So we'll click on the Launchpad, and we can see Atom is here. When we click it, it'll start up, and hopefully it will show up without any issues. It will ask us whether we want to open it for sure, because it's from the web, downloaded from the web, and it's in fact starting up just fine. And we could close this welcome screen, and as you can see, we have our first file right here. Now, in order to pin it, I'll just go ahead and drag it over here so I don't have to constantly open it up through searching for it. So I could quit this now. We're done with that. The next thing we want to do is make sure that we have Git in our system. So we'll go back to the Launchpad and we'll start typing terminal, and we'll open up our terminal. Now your terminal will probably look different. I customized this one so you could see it a little bit better. In fact, maybe we'll make it a little bit bigger as well so you could see it even better. We'll make the font bigger. If I type git space -- version and press enter, you'll see that it says that git command requires the command line developer tools. Would we like to install the tools now? So you could have a couple of options. One, you could get the entire Xcode from the App Store, or you could just get the command line developer tools only, which is what I'm going to choose. I'm going to click install. I'm going to agree to that, and the software is going to get found, download it, and installed. And once it's done, we could click the done button, and now we say git space -- version. Is going to give us the version 2.7.4, which is pretty good. If you wanted to get the absolute latest one, you could certainly go and search for download Git, and that will take you to this website right here, which you could go to download, and you could download the very latest version, but whatever version that came with this version of macOS is good enough. The next thing we need to do is download and install node.js. Let's go and say download node.js. And we'll go straight to the download page of Node.js. We could close this Atom tab, and we could scroll down and see that we have a couple of options here. We have the Mac package and the binaries. I'll choose the 64-bit package one and click to download. Once that's done, I'll tell Chrome here that it's okay, I could keep this file, I trust it. And I'll go ahead and open it in my Finder and double click it to install it. It's going to give me this wizard. Well, I'll just keep clicking continue step by step. We'll agree to the terms and condition. We'll finally click install. It needs our administrative username and password. I'm a regular user, not an administrator, so I'll type in my password, and it's installing the software. So it's done, and it's just telling us to make sure that user local bin is in our $ path, and it's almost always is, but we're going to check it in a second. We'll just go to our terminal and we'll do echo of $path, and you can see that user local bin is in fact there, so we're good to go. Let's switch back to that window, click close, and we're done. So the only thing now we need to do is make sure that Node installed. The way we do that is from the command line. Let's make that full screen so you can see it better. And from the command line, what's cleared, and say node -- version. And sure enough, we have node 4.5.0. And the other command that we'll need to actually use more than node is npm, stands for node package manager, and we'll say -- version there too. And we'll see that we have that as well, 2.15.9. That's pretty good. Now, the reason we installed Node.js in this npm is because we want to be able to install these packages that are in the Node package repository. So one of them that we need is called browser sync. Let's go to the browser again, and we'll type in browser sync. and it will Google it for us, and that's the first thing that comes up. We'll click on that, and it's actually telling you how to install Browser Sync right here. You use the npm install -g browser-sync. And -g here is just to install it for all users of the computer, not just you. Let's copy that, and let's go back to our terminal. We'll paste that, and we'll install it. And it's erroring out, and the reason it's erroring out with permission denied is because it's trying to install it for all the users, and I'm not an administrator. So what we could do to fix that is just say sudo to act as administrator and paste that npm command and press enter again, and let's see if that works out. And since we've typed in the password of our own account, that will go ahead and give us the sudo privileges that are pre-set up with the macOS for your user. And that should go ahead and download and install Browser Sync. So it looks like we're done and everything went well, even though, as you could see, there were some warnings, I'm sure. There's one warning right there, but usually when you install npm, there's usually some sort of warnings and errors that show up, but if it finishes properly, then you're okay. So let's clear the screen and do browser-sync --version. And you can see we do have Browser Sync installed. It's 2.14.0, at least at the time of this recording, and that's fine.